Have you ever heard of Bizarro World? In the late 1960s, DC Comics introduced the idea of a bizarro world, a world that is opposite of our daily expectations. As fans watch their favorite films, they speculate on alternative versions of the plots, characters, or even the worlds these characters live. These conjectures can create some weird theories that can change the way you look at some of your favorite films, especially when they're cherished kids' films. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video as we introduce you to Screen Rant's list of 10 theories that turn kids' movies into creepy movies. And before we start, can you guess this movie from these emojis? Stay tuned for the answer at the end of our video.
Are you ready?
Frozen, Tangled, and The Little Mermaid. We know that Rapunzel and Flynn were at Elsa's coronation because we spotted them. We know that the coronation takes place 3 years after the death of Elsa and Anna's parents. We also know that the films Tangled and Frozen were released 3 years apart. From the architecture in Tangled, we can say the movie takes place in Germany, and the architecture in Frozen puts us in Norway. Did the Frozen parents travel to Germany for Rapunzel and Flynn's wedding, but their ship sank on the way there? And in between Germany and Norway is Denmark, which is home to a famous mermaid. Is the sunken ship that Ariel visits under the sea the vessel of Elsa and Anna's parents? Mind blown. The Rugrats Movie. The Rugrats movie is based off the popular Nickelodeon children's cartoon, Rugrats. Now, the theory behind Rugrats is that the main characters are just a figment of Angelica's tortured imagination. Angelica has no emotional connection to family, so she makes up these infants to belittle and let her anger issues out. If that's the case, Angelica needs to be put in a padded room and on a well-balanced diet of happy pills.
Wally.
Wally. Wally is left on planet Earth to tidy up the mess left by humans, and he has spent the last 700 years placing the mess into cubes. This symbolic film about waste and the effects on humans is a joy to watch, and people easily fall in love with the main character.
Wally.
One fan theory suggests that the reason the planet was without humans is because Wally killed them all, and he's cleaning up to repent for his sins. This certainly would change the way we see Wally, but we're pretty sure this adorable robot didn't do this, because he can't even harm a bug.
This is kind of strange.
Yeah, strange, Charlie, but it's fun.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The beloved children's film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory has given generations of kids the dream of visiting Wonka's factory. But what if those dreams turned out to be nightmares? Some say that Wonka is actually a cannibal, and he's taking the bad kids and preparing them for meals.
Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing.
Augustus Gloop better hope that Tube leads to safety, or he's gonna make a great meal for Wonka. But let's be honest, wouldn't you take the chance of being eaten to be in that candy factory?
Reach for the sky.
Toy Story and Toy Story 2. In the first Toy Story film, Andy can be seen wearing a cowboy hat, and then in Toy Story 2, the owner of Jessie has the same kind of hat. It's theorized that Andy's mom was the original owner of Jessie, and she passed down her hat to her son. If this is true, it's sad that Jessie has lived her entire life missing Emily, and when they are reunited, Emily doesn't recognize her. It's understandable for Jessie to not recognize her because she's aged, but Emily seems to never shed a tear. Luckily, Jessie finds love with Buzz and has a new set of friends.
Slick tiddlywinking, pint-sized.
Wreck-It Ralph. In the film Wreck-It Ralph, there's a fictitious arcade game called Hero's Duty, and the game's main heroine is Calhoun. Calhoun's husband-to-be is eaten at the altar by a cybug, and Calhoun quickly pulls out a pocket chain gun and kills the cybug. In the film, we learn that a cybug takes the form of whatever they eat.
Watch it, rookie. These monsters become what they eat.
When a cybug eats Ralph's gun, it takes the form of that gun. And when a cybug eats candy, it becomes candy. So Calhoun was actually shooting the love of her life while sporting a wedding dress. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit brought all of your beloved cartoon characters into one film, but one theory suggests the plot reflects on a dark period of American history. This theory suggests toons are minorities that were being oppressed by whites in a reflection of the Jim Crow era. They are called toons in a derogatory way, being oppressed, kicked out of their homes, and Christopher Lloyd's character tries to assimilate to human culture but cannot, making his character an Uncle Tom. Or it's all about public transportation and a voluptuous cartoon character.
You smoke? Mind if I do?
Aladdin. When watching Aladdin as a kid, you can't help but sit back and laugh at the antics of Robin Williams' genie. But when you grew up, you might have wondered how the genie knew Rodney Dangerfield or Jack Nicholson. How does he know what a 1950s muscle car looks like or what an applause sign is? One theory is that Aladdin actually takes place in the distant future, after a horrific nuclear war. The genie even complains about the accommodations in his lamp.
Why? 10,000 years
will give you such a crick in the neck.
Or maybe the genie can time travel, and that's why he's going to Disneyland at the end of the movie. Either way, we loved William's jokes, and wouldn't have it any other way.
You know, sometimes I amaze even myself.
Star Wars. Some will argue Star Wars is not a kid's movie, but go check your shelf and count how many Star Wars figures you have up there, then get back to us. This theory suggests the treasured characters R2-D2 and Chewbacca are actually traitors. R2-D2 avoids getting his memory deleted, and Chewbacca uses Han Solo as a pawn. And we're gonna stop right there, because we love these two characters and feel this theory is traitorous, and the person who thought of it needs to meet Lord Vader.
Pull yourself together!
The Incredibles. Atlas Shrugged is a novel by Ayn Rand, published in 1957 about the philosophy objectivism. The Incredibles is about a married pair of superheroes who are forced to live mundane lives after all superpowered activities have been banned by the government. Mr. Incredible's talents are wasted in an office, and his son Dash is forced to never show his super speed, exactly what objectivism is against. The main villain, Syndrome, wants to give everyone the technology to be whatever they want so everyone can be equal, once again being the essence of objectivism. This is a deep theory for a kids film, and all we want to know is the plot of Incredibles 2. There you have 10 theories that turn kids movies into creepy movies. And the answer to the movie emoji is... Did you get the right answer? Let us know in the comments below. Check out our friends over at CBR for fun vids about TV, movies, music, gaming, comic books, and tons of other cool pop culture stuff. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Screen Rant for more fun videos like this one. Thanks for watching.